Jordan Hudson participated in the Miss Maine USA pageant this weekend, and you would think that the Miss Maine pageant, even though we knew she would not win because that could not happen, they could not allow that to happen, but she would definitely make the finals. You can't have her win because A, the woman who won is 1,000 times better looking than her, and B, it would be embarrassing for Maine. But you would figure Miss Maine is not a big state. You would figure that Miss Maine would be thrilled with all this publicity. After all, you have Bill Belichick sitting next to Jordan Hudson's father, who's younger than me, and they're getting.
I couldn't believe how young that dude looked.
He's younger than all of us.
Seriously.
And I'm the youngest one in the room, and he's younger than all of us.
What's it like?
He's a good-looking fella.
God, I feel bad for that guy.
Look, in terms of him, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I know. If you bitch and moan, you lose your daughter. I get that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's got to be pissed just sitting there next to a 73-year-old man that's dating his 24-year-old daughter.
Oh.
Exactly.
But it is funny that
that
Belichick is just yeah, dude, this is hey, let's sit down. I'm 30 years older than you.
Oh, Jesus.
And you're dating my daughter that I had at an appropriate age, but it's not like he had her when she was 16. He was 16.
Well, maybe they were just able to forget about all that and enjoy the beautiful weekend at the Holiday Inn by the Bay.
I saw that. It's a real big operation when it's at a Holiday Inn. The same place that they have the Kmart, the Kmart regional the Kmart regional Maine meetings where all the managers of Kmart come together from the various outlets. When it's right next to the quinceañera. It's a real situation there at the Holiday Inn. What a lavish, luxurious affair. Well, look.
Any place where you have to make your own waffle the next morning.
Well, there was a continental breakfast that everyone could enjoy. Seriously, that was part of that's why they had it at 1 o'clock, so everyone could get the breakfast in. So, look, we bought the Miss Maine. I owe someone $30. We bought the Miss Maine contest, and we taped the Miss Maine contest. And
yes.
Nick got all this audio from it, and he was so excited.
What do you mean you bought a DVD after it aired on a major network?
$30 to get Miss Maine. Now, I would imagine that they made well short of $10,000 in this people that bought that.
The only way to watch it was to go to pageantslive.tv or pageants.tv. This was not aired on any traditional television cable network or anything. No, you had to purchase.
Well, it was at the Holiday Inn. It was there's protections that are made at the Holiday Inn ballroom. It was in ballroom 3 of the Holiday Inn. Meeting room 3.
It was not in
the founder's room.
Not in founder's room. It was not.
It was the same place where Beasley's HR meetings were held.
Not an inexpensive purchase just to watch this one pageant for Miss Maine.
Right.
But
they had to clear out the people that were in the sexual harassment seminar out of there because there's a Portland financial company that had their yearly meeting.
I guarantee there was a youth hockey tournament staying in the same hotel.
Well, they had to be wah-de-da-de-da. So anyway, Nick puts up on the socials that we're going to have audio of the Miss Maine contest, but Hardy, controversy ensues after this.
Yes, actually late last night, 11:38 p.m. after Nicholas had not only purchased and watched and gone through and painstakingly edited and pulled clips from 11:38 p.m. Hello. This is from ClementeOrganization.com. It has come to our attention that your outlet has published media containing screen grabs from Pageants Live, which is also stated via Nick Gemelli's X account. This is a direct violation of our/their terms and conditions, which are explicitly agreed to upon subscription. The unauthorized use, reproduction, or distribution of Pageant's live content is strictly prohibited. As such, we are demanding the immediate removal of all published content that includes or relies on materials obtained from Pageant's live. Also, any media, audio, or imaginary, taken and recorded, typo, from Pageant's live and used on air is another violation of the terms and conditions. Failure to comply will be considered a continued breach of our terms and result in further action. Please see our terms and conditions here. If you have questions or require clarification, you're welcome to reach out. Otherwise, we expect prompt resolution.
Well, okay, so that is for every broadcast that's on television. They have that disclaimer. And we never get cease and desist from anyone.
No, you're
about
not.
Any of it.
You're not supposed to watch a game and comment on it while it's happening or anything else, and we do it all the time.
Yeah, constantly. So what this means is, surprisingly, folks, it was not a good production. The reason I would assume that they don't want it played is that it was terrible. And from what I'm told, we had very funny audio from it that was just in how, I mean, it didn't do the Holiday Inn that it was held in justice. I mean, there is a panache. I mean, the Celtics just played in the Mecca of basketball, and the Holiday Inn Portland is the Mecca of pageantry. There's no question about it. But suffice it to say, it's not a very good operation. But we can play things off of YouTube, and this was up on YouTube. I will give you what happens before it. It says, Jordan. Come on. Did they call her Jordan or Jordan?
Jordan. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Well, I like Jordan, and that's what they say.
I'm sticking with Jordan.
Jordan, come on down. Right over here. There you go. How you doing? And she goes, I'm feeling an immense amount of pride right now. I'm hoping that anyone who's watching this finds, well, it would be us. We were the ones who were watching it. That and the people that had gathered at the Holiday Inn. Anyone who's watching this finds the strength. Excuse me, kids, quiet down in the indoor pool. Stop splashing. We're having a pageant in here. Anybody who's watching this, or anyone who is
Ice machine, ice machine, ice machine.
or anyone who's contemplating the mistakes they've made in their lives because they're staying here on business.
Beep, beep, beep. Sorry, the loading docks are right on the other side of the stage. Excuse me. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, we're good. Continue.
And by the way, you can redeem your points for the vending machines. Anyone who finds the strength to push through whatever it is they're going through and embodies that hate never wins, thank you. I mean, so listen, Jordan has really been going through it. She is, of course, a minority and everything else. And then the guy says, would you, if you could relive one moment in your life, what would it be and why?
Yes.
All right, so here we go. This is Jordan from YouTube, not violating any cease and desist orders. This is on YouTube, therefore it was pulled from YouTube. We won't use the audio we pulled from the pageant. You win, pageant, this time. Next year, we're going to dot our I's and cross our T's when everyone's interested in it. And this is Jordan answering it.
I think about this really often because there's a mass exodus of fishermen that's occurring in the rural areas of Maine, and
That's the harpsichord convention going on.
Yeah.
In the
Okay.
next room.
So again, the question is, if you could relive one moment in your life, what would it be and why? And she said, I would go back to the days.
I'd go back to a plane and meet a richer, older guy.
I'd go back and meet J. Howard Marshall before Anna Nicole Smith sunk her claws into him.
Yeah, I'd find a guy that was way closer to dying.
Okay, so relive one moment in your life. What would it be and why? I would go back to the days, this is the part before the audio, Fred, where I was on my family's fishing boat in Hancock, Maine, and I think about this really often.
Okay, so she thinks about this all the time. She was on their fishing boat in Hancock, Maine, and she would stare and look at all the old fishermen and wonder, why am I feeling this way about them? I'm so turned on. I wonder how far their scrotums sink past their knees.
I think about this really often because there's a mass exodus of fishermen that's occurring in the rural areas of Maine, and I don't want to see more fishermen displaced. As your next Miss Maine USA, I would make it a point to go into the communities, to go to the legislature, to go into the government and advocate for these people so that they don't have to think about these memories as a past moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.
I mean, it's about time Miss Maine solved the fishing problems in Maine. Because when you have that title, you are given access. I mean, who can recall? I mean, do you recall when they were going to defund PBS during the 60s? It was Miss Maine who sat in front of them next to Fred Rogers and made the compelling point. In fact, the Armed Services Committee just very recently had a very, very heated debate with Miss Kansas about the use of certain drones. I like, as Miss Maine, I'm going to go fix the whole fishing industry. I'm going to get in there and really get it going. As with the power of Miss Maine, I will use this to my advantage, and I will sit there and twist the arm. I'll make more fish. Let's just put it that way. I don't turn water into wine, because I've been told Miss Maine can do that as well. What I'll do first is make a lot of fish, and then I'll go out and make them real hungry, and then they'll all get in the boat. I like that. You know what you're going to do as Miss Maine? Sit there and be anonymous. You're more famous for ruining the life of Bill Belichick. But your father and him sat together, but what's the father going to do? There's nothing he can do about it. And to cut to the chase, Jordan was she didn't look happy about it, but she did not win Miss Maine. She came in third place. And the woman that won Miss Maine, let's be honest, is beautiful and deserved every minute of it. If you're going by looks, I mean, this is a blonde-haired, blue-eyed beauty. I mean, she's quite a bit more attractive than Jordan Hudson. And that's not being mean to Jordan. I mean, this is Miss Maine. I mean, Miss Maine was incredibly beautiful. And there was another woman. There were a few women in that pageant that were absolutely stunning. And then there was Jordan. But there was some people that were absolutely stunning. But Jordan did not win, unfortunately. So good luck to the Maine fishing industry. But Jordan, whoever wins it, you can only hope adopts some of her policies as
Was
they go out
listening during the interview
and
portion.
change the Maine. Who is the name of Miss Maine? Who knows? But she was a hot blonde, and there she goes about her business. So listen, you win this round, Miss Maine. We could not play your audio. We will bow to your cease and desist because obviously you want as few people covering your pageant as possible, because you know that if they do cover it, it will be to mock it, because it was such a terrible affair that you couldn't even get into a real place. You had to have it at a stupid Holiday Inn. So congratulations to you.
Well, maybe next year we just need to get credentialed for it and cover it in person.
Well, listen, good luck. You're going to have to get behind a lot of very big publications and fashion firms. There's a lot of it was the Met Gala of Holiday Inns. As far as Holiday Inns go, it was the Met Gala. There was, you know how Andre 3000 wore a piano on his back at the Met Gala? Yeah, there were some guys moving a table at that holiday.
Out of the way, the folding table.
Yeah, they had to clean up. They had to put down some folding chairs in the office.